beautiful people. It's me, Maris, and it's a Thursday night, and we're going to do a weekend energy forecast sneak preview. But tomorrow is a full moon, so tomorrow I'm going to be doing a full moon reading. Hope everybody is doing just wonderful. I've got a new deck. Whoops. I had to reach over for the box. But I have a new deck that we're going to be using tonight. It's called the Herbal Astrology Oracle. It's by Adriana Ayales. Artwork is by Josephine Clerks. But it is the new deck that I'm going to be using tonight. So this is what the cards kind of look like. So this is what we're going to be using. But before we get started, let's do our smudge. Don't forget to love this video. Don't forget to comment where you're watching from. I was like trying to watch the flame too. Comment where you're watching from, or if you have anything else that you would like to add in. And like, follow, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff. So here is some smudge for you. So while that's like smoking up there, you take your hands and you kind of like, and bring it close to you so that you get that smudge. And then I'm going to smudge the cards that we're going to use tonight. This is actually the first time I've used this deck. So I'm going to shuffle them up quite a bit. I have a 12 noon available this Sunday. And this Sunday is Imara Reiki Day. So it's cash clinic for the Imara Reiki. And that's $50. For an hour session, cash app, or Venmo. So if you want to take your Reiki healing a step further, step higher, step deeper, whatever way you want to look at it, Imara is the one for you. So it's called Imara Reiki. And I have one session left, and it's at 12 noon. There was a chick that had scheduled and canceled her appointment. So her loss is your gain. So if you want that session, just give me a text at 405-549-3766. And it's for the Imara Reiki. It's a cash clinic on Sunday. And it's $50 cash app, Venmo. Just text me if you want that 12 nooner. And it is yours. We're using the Herbal Astrology deck. This is my first time reading with them. Well, I guess for, like, other people, right? And okay, there. I like it better that way. Okay, so, this is the sneak preview for the weekend. It is a full moon on Friday. So I'm going to be doing a full moon reading tomorrow evening from Indian City. I love saying that. I love living out there. It's very peaceful and very quiet. And we've been doing some work on our home place out there. So we have some Indian land out there. And I want to build something really cool out there. Okay, this card's been sticking up. So I'm going to take that card because it seems like it has a message for us. Next weekend, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday into Monday, I am doing a special for my online sessions. And we can do readings, we can do Reiki, I do coaching. And so all of those services are available on the online sessions. And we meet just like this on Google. I have a Google Meet private room. And we do our session. So, all right, I'm seeing if there's like one more card, because I'm like feeling like there's one more card. And A, B, C, D, E. Okay, and this one's sticking up, so I'm going with that one. Okay, so I got a handful of cards. Okay. All right. And are you ready to rock and roll? These are the Herbal Astrology Oracle deck, and they are by Adriana Ayales, I guess. This is my first time using these for a public or for a reading other than myself. And welcome. Let's rock and roll. All right. So the first card that we look at is this card is talking about being disconnected. So it's saying that the energy that's coming in, we are extremely disconnected from each other, I don't want to say reality, because it's not about being disconnected from a reality, but it's kind of like where you are hearing but you're not listening. You're seeing but you're not looking. So we're very disconnected and almost in a sense of being fragmented. So very choppy in relationships, very choppy in connection. So this is the that commune card or commune card, and it's saying, no, we're really disconnected. Nobody's connected with each other in this one. Now, this card it says Amanita, and it is in reference to being a conduit or carrying something through, being a pipeline, the go-to, the clear through. And so this is in the obstacle position. And when I'm looking at this, and it's kind of like, here's the obstacle, is that you're going to be focusing so much on other people's needs and other people's needs and requests, that you're not always taking care of your own. So it's this essence of things. Yeah, you do. All right. I've got this picture in my head, okay? And it's like a mother, and she's got 6 kids, right? And so she's got to cook for her 6 kids, which means that she's probably got to set the table, clean the dishes afterwards, etc. And so she's the one standing up and eating. And when I was a nurse, and I would eat, really fast on my lunch break because, my patients needed me or whatever. And I would say, oh, I'll swallow now and I'll chew later. Well, that's what this card is. That's what I'm picking up on, is that in the obstacle position, and that's where it is. We already know that our energy is coming in, and it's saying, you know what, you're disconnected. People aren't really connecting through. There's not any. When I say meaningful, there's not any meaningful connection going on. It's almost very routine and lackadaisical, without any energy or sabor to it. So it's like, yuck. And then being that conduit, it's saying that everything is going through you. So regardless of the fact that we're disconnected, all this energy, all this vibration, you're kind of like the conductor of it. You're keeping everything afloat. And how is that an obstacle? You're an obstacle here. You're in an obstacle because you're focusing on everybody else's attention and not taking care of your own. You're not taking care of your own vibration. You're filling everybody else's cups without making sure that your cup is full. And you're like, but I'm the conduit. Everything has to go through me. And I'm like, sometimes you can be trying to be a conduit from and I'm going to use the phrase, a dry well. All right, so this is where this card comes in. So this card is the help. And you'll notice that it's upside down. And this card is the beloved. So this is your other half. This is your other side, your other part. If you're the left, they're the right. Okay? In this, when I'm looking at this card, and it is in the help section, but it's upside down, and I'm going to say your reluctant partner, and it's not that they're reluctant to be your partner, they're reluctant in all of this mess. Okay, because right now, with the disconnect and having to be meeting everybody else's needs, you're in a little bit of a mel of a hess. It's kind of like your energy is being spread out and there's not new energy coming in. And your partner, now it doesn't have to be a romantic partner, it can be your work partner, somebody that you work with that you're in a great team with, but it's like your team member, your other half, is over here and it's like, I don't like this. I don't like what you're doing. I don't like what's happening. But because I like you or love you, I will help you out of this mel of a hess. That's what this card here is indicating. So you walked in this weekend into essentially a mel of a hess because things are kind of falling apart, relationships are falling apart, and everybody expects you to be the one to be putting them together or keeping them together. And you don't really have much help, but your partner, your other half, a synergistic part of the team, will reluctantly help you through that. All right. Now, this disconnection is going to linger for just a little bit. And in its lingering, I'm going to say, even though we may have sunshine outside, in this lingering, we have some gray skies. And that's where we're looking at this St. John's wort. It's upside down. Now, normally St. John's wort is an herb that you can take by tea or by capsule, by tincture. And it takes probably, I'm going to say, really takes about 6 weeks to be in full effect. To help, like if you have seasonal depression, depression, some anxiety that's got you thinking bad thoughts, except a lot of times St. John worts will help, but it does take a while to kick in. And it's to bring back our radiance, but we'll see right here, we're not going to get a lot of radiance. There are some gray skies, and that's metaphorically speaking, that are lingering around. Now, this is a good auspicious card here, because even though we're going to have to go through a little bit of nonsense, a little bit of in our day, things do pay off. Things do pay off for us. We actually have a gain. And we have a new opportunity for making some side cash, making some cash, bringing in some prosperity and abundance into our home. And I kind of like it, and I go, boy, she's just about like starting to dance on this. It's something that brings up the mood, brings up the vibration. So I really, I kind of dig this. And we got that peacock, and I kind of wish the peacock was like in full mode, but we'll go with that right there. So there is some good stuff coming up out of that. And what I like on here is the sensuality, and it's the mandrake. And if you know anything about herbal magic or whatever, mandrakes are used a lot in sex stuff. But this really isn't quite about sex. It's more about your inner sensuality and falling in love with yourself again. Getting that good groovy feeling of who you are as a human, body, mind, and spirit. Your in flesh self, your spirit, your in spirit self, and then that emotional self as well. So I like this card because it's like when you look at it, and it is our last card there. So the end result is yes, the beginning part of the weekend is going to be kind of crappy. We're going to have a little bit of disenchantment, a little bit of disconnect, and you happen to be the glue kind of holding that together. However, regardless of how it makes us feel and some of the nonsense that we're going to have to put up with for a little while, the end result is that we get a little payoff on there. So we do receive some abundance, prosperity with that. But then we also actually have a little bit of our self-sensuality lit up, and with the ability to share that. And so I like that, because that means that we might just get a little bit of snagging going on here, a little snagging action. And that's not a bad thing at all. No, not at all. So this was my first public reading using the Herbal Astrology Oracle deck by Adriana Ayales. And the artwork is by Josephine Clerk. So I hope you enjoyed this evening's reading. We will be doing a full moon reading tomorrow night. So I'm thinking it'll be after 7:30. I've got to drive from the city back to the reservation. So I will catch up with you tomorrow night, and we will do a full moon reading. So make sure you have that you like me on your Facebook, that you love my videos, and sign up to be notified when I go live so that you will catch up with that full moon reading. So, I don't know. I've been redecorating. Oh, hi, Fabiana. Thank you. I've been redecorating my room here, my treatment room. My friend Amy is got a new gig coming up, so she's been liquidating some of her furniture in her interior design company. And so this was my new little cabinet. I was going to take it home, but I've totally fallen in love with it here at the shop. So I love it in my treatment room. So Amy, thank you. I know you'll catch up with this reading at one point this weekend. So Amy from Amy Lynn Designs. And by the way, she's like on Facebook, and she is selling off a lot of her accessories and really cool furniture and really neat pieces. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I feel like I'm like an upscale country living or Better Homes and Gardening kind of cool place. It's like I love it. So do something cool and groovy. Go check out Amy Lynn Designs. She is on Facebook. She's also on Instagram, and I think that's her Instagram as well. And don't forget, we're going to do a full moon reading, which means I'll probably be using a couple of decks tomorrow night. Peace, love, and harmony. I will see you very soon.